let's segue straight into how the current presidency affects Japa business. May 29 last year, our president gave a speech that has forever changed the landscape of our business. Okpe is laughing.
You just say forever change the landscape.
What do you mean forever? Things will come back.
I can't even lie. Isaac.
Oh wait, we didn't even talk about. Sorry, quick one. The new 6-year. What's that thing?
Regional government. We'll get to that now. Let's start. Let's focus.
They're not listening to you. They are not hearing you. We ask Fishhouse. Maybe Fishhouse.
So Isaac, let me bust your head. What made me laugh was there are two people on this podcast. The moment Emilio came and gave that speech, they stopped making their hair.
Was she not making hair before?
What's that?
Guys, you gotta check the last episode I gave. She doesn't make the hair.
I used to make hair, but
This is not why my hair.
with Ebuka's pregnancy, I noticed that my scalp now became painful. I stopped taking it. I went.
There's no need for Shalai, it's all bad.
After locking, the same issue. So what's the point?
It's all
How
bad.
do you feel now with this one?
But I cut my hair because I didn't want to make it again. But one day I was tempted, I was saying, let me
go
make
inquire.
hair. And so I enter market, I hear say attachment na 7,000.
How much is it?
6,000
How much is it?
actually. Something that used to be 1,000 something.
2,500.
7,000.
So let's start from
I say,
that.
no, it's like
Is that what you call
this
your
one.
head?
Yes,
Not
I know.
really, but
She had an issue.
Even we will be men. Our babas now. We did tell us say
Nothing is on tricky.
well, that's interesting.
I'm talking, she don't talk.
Whoosh.
If you know how much I spend, you won't talk like this.
I wish they see this year. Okay, as one day.
so. Our president goes out to make a speech that day and says that there's no subsidy, blah blah blah. Dollar jumps from what 400 and 500 something to 1,000 something, and a business like ours where people want to jack back.
So sad.
The question somebody asked on Saturday, and I actually want to bring it here. How did dollar go from where it was to 1,000 in 1 year?
Agbadomatics.
Card was 300.
Third time, you're done for.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sir, is here. Card was 300 and something. In May, around this time last year. 300. Now it's 1,020 something.
All the way they disturb me when they say Mr. Dick McCoy be I want jack back. They don't even disturb me again.
He's crazy.
It's crazy,
Have
actually.
you sat down to do the math?
It's crazy.
I keep saying this, people are talking about exchange rate. Don't forget that Canada actually increased their POF.
their POF.
So it's not just the
That's another thing that's
exchange rate.
happened in the last year.
It's like two
Inflation
things
was
at a
everywhere,
time.
but for us, it was die.
It's too much.
Some people, you just hit them. It's painful. We just
It's too much. Yeah.
And nobody saw it coming. And
no. Say that we saw it coming.
We saw it coming.
No.
wait,
Is it
no.
the dollar- the
Let me
dollar-
tell you why.
the
Let me tell you why
dollar
nobody saw it coming. Let me tell you why. Barry's on for at least 4 years.
No.
Everything was going
For
bad.
it-
Falling, yes.
For
This one,
no.
this one.
So that's the problem. This is not a political podcast, but what we've seen is that Emefiele spent trillions of naira, like he was printing money. So what Buhari's government was doing was that they were just sort of defending the naira, and so we were never using that was not the real rate. We were bandaging it. So this guy comes and says, "Look, guys, we don't have time. Let's just rip the bandage off. Let's first suffer." So that's why I said it's a dicey one to be in. It's a terrible thing to be in. Now their delivery is never good, but just like them changing national anthem. I mean,
Oh my God.
What's the name of this lawyer?
I mean, at my age,
Fast.
Oh yeah, friend Falano.
Told them to increase the minimum wage in 48 hours since they approved the
Yes, ma'am.
48 hours.
if you can, so you mean that the National Assembly can quickly go through a bill in 6 days?
No, but I mean, what's even the motive behind it?
So for us, it can never make
Another
sense because we don't
achievement.
even know it. But my mom knows it and she says she likes it. And that's what she grew up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
They
just
said
want to
they
say
could relate, actually.
that the country is that the tribal wars in the country has increased. So that
so we need something to
national
unite us.
anthem will
So now
unite
song
us.
go
Interesting.
unite us.
Wow.
So I go see my.
That person wey cause the tribal war.
I go see Igbo man. I go one year time. I go call
That's
the
not the thing
national
that
anthem.
was
They
They do it, man.
we are expected to sing it every day. So when you sing it every day,
You get used to the
now
words.
Who go dey teach
it's just
us?
like when you read your Bible.
So I
every
should go
day,
back to primary
you
school
now-
where they taught me, Abi. They should go teach me. The other day they do labor meeting, SGF and National Security Advisor. They don't remember. And then they start
They are
teaching that
there.
time.
See now, Saturday, Abi, which day? Saturday, Nigeria is going to play match. You know they will
What
sing
are they
national
going to
anthem.
sing?
I think they friendly or something. We think those players go sing for them.
I don't see what
So that
that's somebody
person
will
wey
sing it.
chop millions from Europe come back
Come
to
again,
Lagos
come
play,
again.
come go dey learn arise
They go teach them, they force them.
Nigeria, we hailed it.
Nigeria.
That's the
What
thing
you
about
are
the
saying
app.
now,
About that. I even tried
Nigeria
Google and I don't even
will
see them.
Wow.
The night they are here about it, I Google, I didn't see. Maybe
No,
they don't
literally,
know.
if I hear that thing, I
Some
won't
people
even know
don't
the
write
anthem.
blog on it now.
If I hear that thing, I won't know the anthem.
We're going through a
It's
lot.
lack
of-
of priorities.
The last-
telling
It's even
you, that
long.
is the word.
I saw one. I was like, this long thing is what I'm going to.
So
Anyway, now people where they go
Wow.
school.
Tinubu government they give us below the belt. In the last year, Trudeau government give us quick jabs.
Everybody
From 10,000 Canadian dollars to what now? 20,000 something.
Amazing.
635.
I don't know what they recover out the figures because it don't matter. 20,000 alone. 20,000 before students were using that for 2 years.
I'm telling you.
even if they increase it now, let's do 20,000 times 300 and something.
Then
Then
My
6
God.
million naira.
three,
6 million naira. You don't
Let's not
joke.
even
God.
do 333 because obviously if there is inflation outside the country,
Let's
So
see.
affect.
definitely affects. So let's
Let's
say
not say 500.
Okay.
10 million.
that's 10 million times 500.
Now you be asking a family of 5 to go and look for 100 and something million.
Where?
100 and something million naira.
Yeah, I saw the
Where?
And then you'll be saying that Nigerians are going to commit fraud.
I saw
Don't be the wahala the way they push people, they go commit fraud with this.
the most ridiculous proof of funds.
Now here I want, and why I no talk about. Now I say I code up. If you say I don't
And
code up,
we no talk, they no go no say na them now. I saw that and I'm like, but then you know reason the country, like can't blame people are doing the most desperate things to leave the country.
Like every time I open my WhatsApp status, what I'll be seeing is I want to jab. I want to jab. I'll be like, do you have the money?
People are doing.
Do
People
you
are
have the
bending.
money?
Yeah, bending
There are
their
legal
rules,
ways.
actually.
Don't try.
No,
illegal.
I'm
There are
talking about
legal
people selling
ways, but the
properties.
problem is, Jabba is not
As regards
even
schooling.
affordable now. It's not something that. Okay, first of all, we don't have middle class again. I was telling you. This one, I say we now have 2 classes. Either you have money or you don't have money. I don't want
at all.
to use the word.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you don't have money, Jabba is not. It's not
It's
like
not for you.
You have to
could
have
this be
money.
why? Could this be why divorces are on the high though? Because if you just segue into our problems and not begin to nitpick, is this why men and women don't want to marry? Is this why marriages are failing? Because money is not even just everything. The frustration.
baby.
It's frustrating.
The frustration are around everybody. Everybody is frustrated. Even pastors are frustrated.
Yeah.
Imams are frustrated.
Yes. There was a tweet I
You are
saw
talking
this
about
morning.
pastors. Mommy Gio.
I don't
Yeah.
trigger.
We can't hear you. Let's listen to who's on the mic. You're about to say something.
Yes, I saw a tweet this morning. I think as regards the minimum wage, people were saying they are not sure pastors are affected. And I think there's this lady, this influencer actually on Twitter that said, oh, her dad is a pastor and trust me, her dad has not been paid for quite 2 years now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Who has not paid him?
Either the church or wherever it is he's been posted to.
Why have they not
So
paid
let's
him?
say this is how it works. If maybe you've been a pastor in Lagos for let's say a year and maybe the minimum wage that you were being paid is like 60,000. Let's just assume. So if you're posted to let's say a northern state, you are not going to be collecting the 60,000. If they give you 25,000 or 30,000, it's either you accept
I don't hear
it
about that before.
Are you serious?
or you
I don't hear
just
about
wait
that.
Under
till
RCCG.
But pastors are not collecting 60,000.
we have pastors like that. It
Oh
was
my
an
God.
argument
No,
on
you don't
Twitter
talk
Like
actually.
you get my point now. Like not our
Okay,
not
I
our
know a church
contemporary
that
churches.
pays 30,000.
Not a not a
30,000.
contemporary church.
You know, we have like we have parishes, we have provinces.
And
We're not
the
talking about
level.
pastors or at the top. These people they are posting them to different
So,
places.
we don't have too much time to get into
Exactly.
religious wahala, but my point is, for instance, now I go to RCCG, not every pastor is full time. Most of the redeemed pastors that I even know are full-time in like oil companies, banks, and all that. So there's no expectation for them to get paid. If you're referring to the full-time pastors, of course, yes. Now, unfortunately for the full-time pastors, people like Isaac will not go to their church and pay them tithes. So they have to go and submit under one pastor who collect money. So again, we don't have too much time to go into that, but that's the reality.
I pay my tithe.
So my point is, you may not want
Esther,
to
you
go
wanted to say
to
something before.
a low level,
Church
you
and
go
pay
to a popular church,
Yeah,
I pay-
and you pay to
actually
the general post, so it will not trickle down to the guy who or
Exactly.
woman who is full time.
Yes,
Those are again, those are leadership problems that again, and I tell you, the problem is that anywhere you see people, where there are people, you will see problems. Whether it's a church, a mosque,
or the
a
office.
big company, an office, and all that.
The office, exactly. Problems.
Oh, you wanted to say
That's our-
something?
The office.
No, it's actually related to this.
Shout. We can't hear you.
About that pastor that the church member mistakenly transferred.
Oh my God, I saw
1 million.
that.
Was that true?
There was-
Yes.
but it may-
Okay,
it looked
at the
Dr.
point,
Tumisha.
exactly,
It can't
it
look
looks like
Dr. Tumisha.
staged. It was staged.
But I mean, it's possible.
Came to carry the pastor.
I saw the video, but it kind of looked Dr. Tumisha. I mean,
Another thing that Tinubu has caused in the last year is that churches are now using influencers, so you don't even know what is true and what is not true.
My God.
But
My God.
Real now.
I know what KJ is talking about.
real. You see,
because the economy, inflation and everything makes everything 3-4 times the price. So
Yes,
everybody
sir.
has to look for cheaper and easier and slicker ways to get
To make
things
money.
done. Now again,
church did the
our
marketing.
president is good. You know, the beauty of certain leaderships is that you take all the benefits and you take all the blame. So, and nobody should feel bad about, you know, you wanted the job, you said it was your turn.
Do you think he feels bad?
Nah.
You don't care.
So my grandmother is 80 something, about the same age as the president. My father is almost 70.
And I saw her, she was looking
Once people pass a certain
Troubling him.
5, you're in trouble. I will send you your address. You know,
I live in Abara.
one thing about our parents that I think is that at a particular age, it's funny that I'm going to say this. Once somebody is not self-aware from a young age, your antecedent shows it. You just keep going. A lot of our leaders, if not all, are not self-aware. If you're a self-aware leader in Nigeria, you'll not even be in. Some of you would have resigned. You know, so nah, they
Your
don't.
position so they resign. No.
That's my mother. They're not self-aware.
I don't think it's self-awareness.
It's self-awareness.
They lack conscience. That's what it is.
Self-aware. So, you're being too dramatic with that. It's self-awareness. When you're self-aware, like, you know, like if you dress up, you could look yourself and say,
Let me give an example. Why I think it's a
Exactly.
conscience. Let me give an why I think it's a conscience thing. So, for example, I think allegedly, not allegedly, I won't say his name, a particular politician came out to see they ran the election, like that he was going from polling unit to polling unit to make sure that a particular party wins. He's aware, and he said his politics. That's what he said. He called it his politics. He's aware of his actions. He's aware that his actions are bad, but he just called it Nigerian politics, and everybody laughed.
But that's different from somebody in elective office who is seeing that he's overwhelmed and will not step down. There are two different things. How you get there and what you do when you're there. That's why I say you are talking of how they got there. That is, they will push, they will do anything. You know, they will make sacrifices, they will kill and all that. That's, allegedly, that's fine. But when you are there, and you've been there for 6 months, you're looking at all these things, you call press conference. Now you resign.
Like
In Nigeria, has that ever happened?
Nah, I don't think so.
Exactly. I'm
And I
not sure
don't
it
think it's
will.
I think it
Exactly.
happened in, was it Egypt or so? One of these countries.
And it also gives credence to where we are in oppositions. Like, political parties don't have a bearing because your people are complaining. So right now, nurses cannot jump as quick as they want because the association
Yeah,
or
I
whatever,
think 5
committee or
years
whatever,
something, or 2 years.
change the thing. What are opposition parties doing? People, Nigerians don't see.
Nurses, Jabba. What's the news about